right, here we go now, baby. Big time revenge game going down in Dallas on Sunday night with Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers coming to town. Joe and Jingles coming at you with our 5 total best bets for the big game on Sunday night. Before we get into those, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to the Covers YouTube channel. Now then, let us get right into the action. I'm going to get us started by taking the Packers to go over their team total of 27.5 points. Have you seen this Cowboys defense this season? Have you seen this Cowboys secondary here this season? 32nd in yards per pass attempt allowed, 32nd in opponent third down conversion percentage so far this season. Green Bay will have no trouble at all moving the ball. They are second in third down offense this season. So Dallas allows an insane amount of points on their home field here. Last season, they allowed a league high 31.2 PPG at home, and that's already carried over to this season. The New York Giants scored 37 against them a couple of weeks ago. Russell Wilson, who just got benched, threw for 450 yards against them. Do you remember what happened last time the Green Bay Packers came to town? Oh, yeah. They dropped 48 points on them in a playoff game. So I think the Packers are a good team. I don't think that's a stretch. I think most people would agree. And I do believe good teams bounce back strongly after bad losses, especially embarrassing ones. It doesn't get much worse than losing to the Cleveland Browns. So I think Matt LaFleur is going to get his offense up for an improved game against maybe the worst defense in the NFL. Give me the Packers to go over that team total. You have a touchdown scorer, Jingles, that will contribute to that score. Who is it?
The Green Bay offense is always tough to figure out and find out where it's coming from. But when I can get Romeo Dobbs in a game versus this Dallas defense at plus 195 with Jaden Reed out and maybe Tucker Kraft still a little banged up from his last week knee injury, plus 195 for Dobbs in this game is an incredible look. Yes, the Green Bay Packers offense last week looked rough, but that was against a Browns defense who might be the most underrated unit in all of football. The wide receiver rotation is tricky. As I said, 195 is too good to pass up, especially with some books already down to 145. He's running more routes and playing more snaps than anybody on this offense not named Jordan Love. He leads all the receivers in both target share, air yard share, and he's the clear go-to guy in the red zone. Dobbs has 3 red zone targets, the most among Packers receivers. And this is the same Dallas secondary that gave up 309 receiving yards to Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson in week 2. There's nothing wrong with long shots like Tucker Kraft plus 200, Matthew Golden plus 215, but getting a wide receiver 1 at plus 195 is a gift for a Green Bay team that has absolutely owned Dallas. And I mean owned. The Packers own them so much that the last Dallas home win versus the Cowboys came back in 2007. The beating continues. The worst thing that happened to Dallas this week was Green Bay losing to Cleveland last week.
I agree. Okay, this isn't necessarily support for the Dallas Cowboys, just based on how I think the game's going to play out. A prop on Dak Prescott. I think he's going to go over 36.5 pass attempts. So we've already seen the last 2 games. He's easily topped this number, going for 52 in that game against the Giants and 40 last week against the Bears in a game that he didn't even finish. So Dallas, they're going to be playing catch up in this one like they often are. They're already throwing at the 3rd highest percentage in the NFL. So very high ceiling for Dak here, especially in this situation with maybe the worst defense in the NFL. 38 or more pass attempts 14 times since the start of the 2023 season, keeping in mind that he missed a big chunk of the games last year when he went down at the halfway point. So yeah, I like Dak to go over 36.5 pass attempts. Okay, Jingles, Dallas needs somebody to pick up the slack here with CD going down. You have a couple of props on some Cowboys pass catchers for this game. Tee them up for us.
Yeah, by now you know the drill. CeeDee Lamb is out. George Pickens should still not be trusted. I don't think he's in the trust tree yet. And the Cowboys, like we said, who allowed Russell Wilson to throw for 450 yards, and now he doesn't have a job. Tons of passing game script in this game, and Tolbert is running the shorter routes between him and Turpin. So I'm going Jalen Tolbert for over 2.5 receptions at minus 121. The Blitz is projecting 3.3 catches and 37 yards. You can find those projections on the Covers homepage under prop projections. And Jake Ferguson is not going to get 14 balls thrown his way and catch 13 balls like he did last week. A full week to prep. I think those were just checkdowns as the offense didn't know what to do once CD was out. So those are going somewhere. Fair price around minus 160 for this one. And then let's go wide receiver 3. Hopefully in this game, Kevontae Turpin over 28.5 yards, minus 111. So we'll go receptions on Tolbert by yards on Turpin. Turpin is the burner. Turpin is faster. He runs the longer routes. 18, 47, 64 yards through 3 games. And that was playing back behind maybe wide receiver 4. Dallas running 76%, 3 wide receiver sets. We'll see how it goes coming into this week. But if they keep running those numbers, expect a lot of Turpin, expect a lot of Jalen Tolbert. Love this. The Blitz projecting for 3.2 catches, so maybe not the receptions you want, but 42.8 yards. Love Turpin on the yards, love Tolbert on the receptions.
Okay, that does it for our best bets for Sunday Night Football. Enjoy the game. Best of luck with all of your bets, and we'll see you right back here on the Covers YouTube channel for Monday Night Football, baby. Woo!